What's up, guys? M.V.K here, back again. Your alpha is here. How's everybody doing? My apologies, guys. My cousin wanted to use my green screen for a little something, a project he was working on. So he's bringing it back to me this week, but so I didn't have a chance to use it, but I'm here to answer your questions. I posted a poll not too long ago, and basically said I'm still gonna do the last Q&A for the month of March. So yeah, I'm here to do it. I hope everybody is well, trying to stay positive, just doing what the big higher ups are saying. Stay indoors. You know, don't make too much contact with people, social distance, and try not to listen to that idiot that thinks he's president. I'm not even sorry I said that, because I tell you one thing, living in New York, shouts out to Cuomo. Shouts out to Cuomo. He is doing his thing. He is acting like a true leader. So shouts out to Cuomo. But yeah, it's the end of the month, March. I celebrated my 38th birthday, the 24th. Despite everything, I'm just happy to be alive again. So I can't complain too much. Still a smile on my face. But yeah, man, I'm just here to answer these questions. So let's get it popping. Let's do it. As I always say. So we're gonna go the newest ones to the oldest ones. And like I said, y'all know the deal when I do these ones. 4 questions a pop. Let's get it started. So the first question comes from Son of Light. VX. What is VX in Roman numerals? What is that? 15, I guess, but VX. First question is favorite dog breed. I do love dogs. Don't really have a favorite dog. No, that's a lie. I love huskies. Huskies. I know they got a lot of personalities, but I love huskies. I do like pit bulls. My family has a lot of pit bulls, and make no doubt about it, they make good pets. They are lovable around kids. They are very lovable dogs. Don't let media or movies make you feel like they are vicious dogs. It's the owners that give off that they have a bad rep. Pit bulls are lovely dogs. I do love a lot of big breeds. I do like big breed dogs. Your Rottweilers, your Great Danes, your Irish Wolfhounds. I like big dogs. Around my neighborhood, there's a couple of big dogs around here. So, but I definitely the Huskies, definitely one. His next question is thoughts on Ryan Reynolds in the Dragon's Lair movie. Yeah, it was announced that they're making a Dragon's Lair movie. For all those who never played the classic game from the 80s, you should. It's fun. It's a fun game. It was before these new games now, like Until Dawn and everything like that. You played as Derek, the knight, and he's trying to save the princess. And they made 2 games before they went on to make another game called Space Ace. I am going to talk more about this in detail, about how I feel about this. I'm still a little scared, but with Ryan Reynolds, I'm a little bit more, because I can trust him, and this seems like right up Ryan Reynolds' alley. You know what I'm saying? So, and with the success of Sonic, so I saw Sonic the Hedgehog. Go watch my review of it. I loved it. I thought it was a good movie, and that's not me being very, not saying a lot, because I've preached many times on the channel, guys. video games, movies don't work. But, Sonic did it and it worked well. So I'm looking forward to it. Next question. Did you hear the next DC animated movie will be The Last? Yeah, I did hear that next Justice League movie or something like Justice League Dark, something is supposed to be the last movie in, I guess, this era's animated, shared universe. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. That's fine if they're gonna do that. It is what it is. I'm cool with it. Next question. Did you play the Final Fantasy VII remake? I did. Go to my gaming channel. It's up there. I streamed it and everything. It was fun. It was beautiful. I didn't speak. I didn't have my mic on, I didn't have my camera on, so you didn't see my reaction. But yeah, I was just loving it. Was so beautiful. Died a couple of times. I had a hard time on the boss, but I got through it and it was fine. Okay, so next questions come from, I don't know his name. It's weird. I don't know if it's in Thai but it's in a kanji writing. I'm sorry, sir. But basically he says, "Okay, Mr. Christopher Vernon Kid, Christopher Mount Vernon Kid." You could go with that. 4 questions. What is your favorite fighting style in all the martial arts? That's a hard one because one, I've trained in the style of Taekwondo since I was 8. So that's the longest martial art I've learned. I've trained a little bit in Okinawan Shotokan karate, but my favorite, that's so hard, you know. I'm gonna be a little biased, it's anything Bruce Lee did. I'm sorry. Yeah, Bruce Lee. Anything Bruce Lee. So if that's Kung Fu, Jeet Kune Do, yeah. But like Bruce Lee, I don't really go with styles in that way. But yeah, I thought I would say Taekwondo, but I didn't. Sorry. Next question is his next question. A fight between Alucard versus Kayoko Saki from Grudge. Who would win? Alucard. If you were a multimillionaire, what would you do with your wealth? I'm more of a very humbled guy. My family more originates from the South, and the South is always that hospitality. So the first thing, I would definitely be very open to always give money to charities, various charities that I love. Whoever has the most should give the most. Um, I get something for me, of course, but family would definitely get things from family. But definitely give back to my community, give back to the people that made me who I am. Things like that. You always want to stay humble, and sometimes that's how I feel. If I was a multimillionaire, I would never feel like I'm better than anybody else. Never. When you start thinking that way, that's when you change. Now, money can change people. Money, what do they say? Oh, money is the corrupter of good people, and so that's why, definitely, I'd give it away. I was raised by two great people, and that kept me on that balance. Got to be balanced. Balance. If any video game or comic superhero were to exist in reality, which characters would you like the most? Look forward to see up close and personal. Spider-Man. There you go. That's definitely one right there. Spider-Man for real. God, I'd die if I saw Spider-Man in real life. That's Spider-Man for sure. Daredevil would be a next. Superman would be good. Hey, I'm wearing another character, Iron Fist. Be cool too. But yeah. Thank you for the question, sir. I apologize. I wish I knew your name so I can tell you. So next up comes Meister. I always say Miser, the Meister. Have you played the Resident Evil 3? He put 4, but the Resident Evil 3 demo. I was planning to film it today or tomorrow or one of them days. So, but yeah, it will be up on my gaming channel soon. It'll be up there real soon. Did you watch the Chris Benoit episode Dark Side? Yeah, I did. Uh, Still crazy to this day. Still, it doesn't get any easier. Just hearing the stuff that what he did, and just. Did you see the Marvel's New Warriors and the Gotham High trailers? If so, what do you think? Didn't see the Gotham High trailer, but I saw the New Warriors trailer, and I know there's a lot of people that are flipping out over the New Warriors, and I can understand some people's, especially the gay communities, the LGBT community's resentment of the character Snowflake and what's this, Snowflake and her and the siblings. I'm forgetting the other one. Damn it, what was the other one? I forgot the name. But the title hasn't even come out yet, and people, they're already saying this is Marvel just killed themselves with this. It's like, oh, please stop. Just stop for a minute. I've heard worse names before, and no disrespect, but just because maybe you can't understand someone's creativity, don't knock it. In a sense, you don't know what these characters are going to be like. You have the first issue has not even come out yet, and people are flipping out over it. It just bugs me sometimes. It's like you're knocking creativity. It's like the X-Men's title that's coming out, where basically the X-Men are getting sidekicks, and people are already dogging that, and the title hasn't even come out yet. So it's like, Jesus, like, what's, well, that's how I feel. Give it a chance before you knock it. It hasn't even come out. But once again, I understand. But as a I've been a New Warriors fan since they debuted. And I've seen a lot of crap that has come out of them. Okay? They've always been a part of that revolution of the times. They've come out. They've always represented the times that they've come out. And for me, it's just, okay, let's see where this goes. But once again, I've said it before, I've heard worse names before. I've heard worse. But that's just me personally. I'm still gonna support it. It's a mini series. It's not even an ongoing series. It's a mini, because it's a spin-off of the Wanted Outlawed story arc that's going on. Just give it a chance, people. That's all I'm asking. Like, it's not just about you guys. Like, it's hard for me to explain it, because it's just like, just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Let's see. Moving on. Wait, hold on. Okay, what decades was the best vampire movies in your opinion? Um, That's kind of hard because it depends. You know, the '80s had some good vampire movies, even though the '80s had a lot of comedy vampire movies. That's kind of when vampires weren't taken as serious. And I'm not the biggest vampire fan, so you're kind of talking to the wrong guy with that. I'm a werewolf guy, not a vampire guy. But still, to this day, if I'm gonna say any of my favorite vampire movies, Lost Boys will always be one of my favorites, and that came out in the '80s. Christopher Lee had a good run as Dracula. You know, nobody can never stop me from loving Bela Lugosi's uh, Dracula, but you know, '90s had some good ones too. But I think that's when they really started to oversaturate it. But you know, stuff like Angel, TV shows, and Buffy, kind of helped. But that's just me. Next up, Darth Primus. Who was your favorite Marvel DC writer? Marvel DC writer. Somebody who's written for Marvel and DC, Gail Simone. There you go, Gail Simone. She's written for both. And I know that may sound biased because she is a friend of mine. But yeah, Gail's definitely up there. Charles Soule, Mark Waid, Greg Rucka. Bendis sometimes, Jeff Johns sometimes, even though I think they sometimes, you know, but there's a couple. There's a couple, definitely, but definitely Gale. Kelly Sue DeConnick, Margaret Bennett. Wait, yeah, she's written for Marvel too. So, yeah, I have too many. What direction do you think the DCEU should take now that Affleck and possibly have left? Focus around maybe Wonder Woman now. Basically leading the charge, kind of where she was supposed to. Unfortunately, if they're gonna have to cast Batman over, and they're gonna have to cast Superman, if he has left. It seems to be that they, because Reeves Batman movies are not gonna be continuing with Affleck Batman. So, yeah. How would it affect Star Wars Celebration and San Diego Comic Con because of what? It's definitely going to affect it. Everything has been going already. As of right now, I was supposed to be gearing up to be going to 2 conventions in May, and they both have changed, canceled, postponed to next year. Both of them have Awesome Con in Washington D.C. Can't go to that one. And there was a Clearwater comic convention, canceled now. All next year. Keith David was going to be there. I wanted to meet Keith David. I don't know what's going on with San Diego. I don't know if it's been postponed. I know WonderCon has been postponed and things like that. E3's been canceled. Things like that. So it what is affecting a lot of things, and it's not like we should be shocked. It's just the way it is. John Clough. Clough. I hope I'm saying the name. What X-Men comic would be a good one to start on and go from there? You can, if you're new to the X-Men comics, I would start with Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men. His 24 issue run, and then go from there. That was a really good run. That really put the X-Men back into what I feel they are. They are superheroes. They felt, when Whedon was writing them, they did feel like superheroes. At that point, prior to that, they felt more like outsiders. You know, they were wearing all the black. They really was focusing so much on what the movies made them. You know, they wearing that black and they looked evil and things like. Nah, Whedon's run really kicked it off, and it was a smaller team. You know, Beast, Wolverine, Cyclops, um, Emma Frost. Hates Emma Frost. I hate her, guys. I'm not even joking with that. And Armor, she debuted there. Storm came along. You know, Astonishing Aquaman was good. His run was really good. Sin Quan asks me, what's up, Chris? What's your earliest memory of Spider-Man? Earliest memory of Spider-Man was when my dad gave me, well, earliest memories before the comics. I remember the cartoons, you know, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, the other Spider-Man cartoon before His Amazing Friends. But then, of course, you know, the video games, and then, of course, by the time I was 10, you know, that's when I got into comics. And I remember the comic that I read with Spider-Man in it. It was a reprinting of Amazing Fantasies number 15. And I got to read the character Peter Parker and, you know, fall in love with that character and be like, you know, he reminds me of myself and things like that. So, yeah, those are my earliest memories of him. What are your thoughts about the current wrestling today, specifically WWE and AEW? Are you talking about in terms of how they're being shot now? I really wish they just shut everything down. You know, it's stupid. You know, WrestleMania is this Saturday and Sunday. And the fact that this is still going on and Vince just didn't shut it down is stupid. That just shows this man is greedy and stupid. You know, and the fact that you're seeing, I love the fact that Roman said, no, I'm not doing it. Like, he cares more about his family and his health than what's going on. You know, I respect that about Roman. I don't mind sometimes the empty arena, but the fact that both companies are still performing and almost to the point looking at the crowd as to get some kind of reaction, it's like, what are you doing? There's nobody out there, you know, and you know, it's just, as you all know now, the Performance Center is shut down too. It's like, this shit should have been shut down. It's just stupid. What is Master of the Universe? What is the Masters of the Universe became? Oh, what if the Master of the Universe became the 10th realm in the Marvel universe? It'd be interesting, but it wouldn't happen. The 10th realm is the heaven where Angela's from. So, I won't spoil anything. Do you like the issue of 104 of TMNT ending? Thanks for going to safe. God bless. I have not finished reading issue 104 of TMNT, so no, I can't. I haven't read it yet. Sorry. Audie Bridge, favorite movie that wouldn't be considered nerdy or slash geeky. Untouchables. You know, I got a bunch of movies. You know, Untouchables. Just so many. Untouchables just came to my head. You know, I don't really look at that as nerdy or geeky. So, Daily Douglas asks the question, and oh wait, okay. He has a couple. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, which of these would you have given a WWE slash WWF title run to? Lex Luger, Jake the Snake, Rikishi, King Mabel, or Razor Ramon? Out of the five here, Jake definitely. I would have given him, even if it wasn't the championship. I would have given him an Intercontinental run for sure. Razor definitely would have gotten another heavyweight run, with the championship belt. He won the Intercontinental. I would have definitely got him for that. Rikishi too. I would have actually had him beat Triple H for the title. Even if he didn't hold it for long, I still would have let him rock with it. Luger, no, forget it. And Mabel, no. No offense, rest in peace, but no. Um, who's your favorite faction in wrestling history? Ooh, favorite wrestling faction. Um, I'm kind of gonna go old school. I would say the Horsemen, but I saw the original really late, and then I saw those different incarnations, which was god awful at times. NWO, I would say, but then they just abused that. So yeah, it's hard. You know, definitely Evolution was good. I will admit that one too. And last of the three questions, or maybe one, if you could be an extra in a movie outside of a superhero movie franchise, would which franchise wouldn't you mind appearing in? Jurassic Park just popped in my head. It's funny because he actually put that Jurassic Park. Um, Travis Tipton says hardest uh, boss battle in video games. Oh boy, that's tough because there's been a lot. Uh, I would say Sephiroth because I remember going fighting him when I thought I was stupid enough to fight him when I wasn't at a higher level. I really didn't. I didn't usually stupid. I should have got him up to a level, but yeah, he was tough at times. That's one that comes to my mind. Yeah, that's pretty one. Another anime, Hothead Revi. What about Revi? Favorite anime villain, that would go to Vicious from Cowboy Bebop. Definitely is one of them. Shishio from Rurouni Kenshin. Definitely. Those are two right off the bat. What dumbest thing ideal? What is it? What's the dumbest thing? The dumbest. Are you trying to say what's the dumbest idea Marvel has come up with? If that's the case, if that's what you're saying, yeah. Ending Spider-Man's marriage, that was stupid. That was dumb, and I blame that shit on Joe Quesada. So fuck you, Joe Quesada, for that bullshit. He hated the marriage. He hated it from Jump Street. And that's my problem sometimes with Marvel with Spider-Man is they want to keep him this uber man child instead of having him grow up, and evolve as a character. But you want to keep him as a man child. Get rid of his marriage. How do fuck you sell your marriage to Mephisto? First of all, Mephisto. You know what? Not even gonna go. Nope. I'm not. No, we're not even going there. Let's just move on. Next up, Solomon the Hooded. Are you gonna play the Predator Hunting Grounds game? Yeah, that looks fun. That looks really fun. Outside of Gail Simone, who's another of your favorite comic writers you love? Kelly Sue DeConnick. Uh, I've never met her. She's definitely on my bucket list to meet someday. But any other my other favorite female writers in comics who happen to be female, I've met Marjorie Bennett several times. Love her. That woman is gorgeous in person. Marjorie Liu, met her, gorgeous in person. Kelly Thomas, I've met. Um, I've met. Uh, there's a couple others, but yeah, definitely. But Kelly Sue DeConnick has she's been on my radar for a long time to meet, so I haven't met her yet. Have you ever watched the show Siren? I've seen. You talking about a show that was on Freeform or something like that, right? With the mermaids and stuff. I haven't watched it. I've seen it. It looks interesting. I may check it out. I know it's on Hulu and stuff like that. So, and lastly, honestly, how are you doing, Chris? Um, I'm getting through this. Just trying to stay positive, Solomon. Like I tell you guys in all my vids as of late, stay positive. Don't let this craziness, turn you into something that you're not, make you into a imbecile or a racist bigot. Yeah, I've seen a lot more assault cases with Asian Americans and Asians, people being assaulted, punched, and saying go back to China because of the idiot over here, the idiot who thinks he's president, going on saying that this what this is nothing more than the China virus, or calling it the Kung flu. Fuck you. How about that? You stupid idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just bottom line, don't be like him, and don't be like these idiots out here that are attacking Asian Americans and anybody of Asian descent because they think because they're not getting the facts straight. I when that shit started happening, and personally, I've seen it in person. I've seen it in person here in New York. People flipping out, and I've said it before, and it got me so worried. I started texting and calling, and even messaging friends, Asian friends on Facebook. Are you guys okay? Please be careful. All this bullshit, stupid. But other than that, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Um, Moving on. These are the last questions. Marion McDaniel says, "What do you think makes Sephiroth from Final Fantasy such a great villain in your opinion?" That badass sword he carries, his mannerism, how he carries himself. He just, when you look at him, he screams villain. He doesn't scream hero. He screams villain right away. He that's basically it. He screams villain. He does not scream hero. He screams villain. You know, it just looks, and he just has that look. It's just something about him just has that look. And he fucking killed Eris, you bastard. You know, still that one scene in video games that made me cry. Which of the new Titans from King of Monsters caught your attention? Not none of them really. I liked them, but it's all about Godzilla. I didn't care about the rest of them too much. Even the ones that are there. Sorry. What deaths in anime made you tear up or cry? None really. Didn't cry on deaths in animes. There's never been a death in anime that made me cry. Sorry. Or tear up, didn't. Favorite Godzilla moment in Shin Godzilla? You've asked me that question before, and you've asked me that question before, and I don't like to repeat myself too much, and that's like the fifth time you asked me that question. So we're not gonna answer that question. Sorry. Yeah. I advise sometime you guys to look at the past Q&As and not repeat the same questions you repeated. You've asked me that question a couple of times, and I know it because I remember it. But that's all the questions. I got 24 questions. I answered all 24. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. Sorry that the green screen wasn't there, so I could have had a different background or something there for you. But at least you got the cool music going on as well. My cousin will bring my green screen back this week, so I get to. He said he's gonna bring it back today or tomorrow or so. I've had some videos in the works that I use the green screen, so it's cool. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoy. Stay positive, stay well, stay indoors. If you don't need to go out, stay indoors. Just stay indoors. Um, every time I'm hearing more deaths, and it's just like Jesus. But honest to God, I still think we're gonna pull through this. It's just gonna take some time, but it's not gonna break my spirit. Won't break my positivity. I'm just gonna stay who I am, and this is who I am. You know. Yeah, it has hurt me in terms of like work. Because I can't really do much in terms of work. But other than that, yeah, I'm good. I'm still good. Staying positive. But with that being said, guys, you know the slogan: peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real. I'm Vernon Kid. I'm the Geek Harlow of New York, your alpha. Bid you adieu. Don't forget, guys, if you please hit that bell. Do not, if you always want to stay in tune of what's going on my channels or anything, hit that notification bell. And as always, guys, like I said before, there's merch. There's my merch store, so you can, if you want to support that, go ahead. Definitely have some new ideas in the works. It's just taking a little bit longer now, especially now. And there will be some movie reviews coming up. I got some new movies digitally that I wanted to watch. The Invisible Man. I am gonna watch Bloodshot. Give my reaction on Bloodshot. Red Sun, Superman Red Sun. Definitely I have that downloaded, so I'm gonna watch that. The Hunt. I think that's another movie I want. Just looked interesting, so I'm gonna talk about that. Not as always. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and also don't forget I'm on Valere. There's going to be some exclusive stuff going there as well. But other than that, guys, y'all take care. Deuces. Y'all take care.